The Atacama Desert is officially the driest non-polar place on Earth, yet, in some parts of this arid wasteland, rain has never been recorded in human history. You might think that makes it a desolate, empty space, but as we step onto the cracked, white earth of the Valle de la Luna, the reality is far more complex. The silence here is heavy. It's not just quiet, it's a physical weight that presses against your eardrums. You're standing in a landscape so alien that NASA uses it to test their Mars rovers. The ground is a patchwork of salt crusts and jagged volcanic rock, glowing in hues of ochre, rust, and bone white under the harsh, unfiltered Andean sun. It's a place where the wind doesn't just blow, it carves. It sculpts the earth into shapes that defy logic, creating canyons that feel like the set of a science fiction masterpiece. As you walk through these salt-crusted labyrinths, you realize you aren't just visiting a destination, you're stepping into a geological time machine. The air is so thin and dry that you can feel your skin tightening, a constant reminder that you are thousands of meters above sea level. Every breath is a conscious effort, yet the scale of the surroundings makes you forget the physical discomfort. You're looking at mountains that haven't seen a drop of rain in decades, their peaks dusted with minerals that shimmer like crushed diamonds. It's a sensory paradox, everything looks parched and dead, yet the sheer beauty of the geology feels intensely alive. As we move deeper into the desert, the terrain shifts. Suddenly, you're confronted with the El Techo geyser field, where plumes of steam erupt from the freezing ground at dawn. It's a violent, beautiful contrast. You're shivering in the pre-dawn cold, watching the earth breathe, while the rising sun paints the sky in shades of violet and burning orange. The water bubbles up from the depths of the Andes, a reminder that beneath this dry surface, there is a restless, hidden heat. This is the heart of the Atacama, a place where the earth is constantly revealing its secrets, one eruption at a time. The surrealism here isn't just visual, it's atmospheric. You feel small, humbled by the sheer age of the stone under your boots. This is a landscape that has existed for millions of years, indifferent to the brief flicker of human history. Yet, for all its harshness, there's an irresistible pull. You want to see what's over the next ridge, what hidden lagoon lies tucked away in the shadows of the volcanoes. It's a place that demands your respect, and in return, it offers a perspective you can't find anywhere else on the planet. And then, the sun sets. The transition is rapid, as if a curtain is being drawn across the sky. The heat dissipates instantly, replaced by a biting, crystalline cold. But you don't mind, because you're waiting for the real show to begin. The Atacama is world-renowned for having the clearest skies on Earth. Scientists from every corner of the globe flock here to the ALMA Observatory, perched high on the Chijnantra Plateau, to peer into the deepest reaches of the cosmos. Why here? Because the combination of high altitude, low humidity, and zero light pollution creates a window into the universe that is almost unparalleled. When night truly falls, the transformation is staggering. The sky doesn't just get dark, it becomes a velvet abyss, so packed with stars that you can barely recognize the constellations. The Milky Way isn't just a faint smudge, it's a brilliant, luminous river of light that casts shadows on the ground. You look up and you're no longer in a desert. You're floating in the middle of space. It's a humbling experience that makes the trivialities of daily life feel, quite literally, astronomical. You can see the Magellanic Clouds with the naked eye, a sight that feels like a secret the universe is finally sharing with you. The silence of the desert at night is profound, broken only by the occasional distant howl of a fox or the crack of cooling stone. It's a place where you can contemplate the infinite, where the boundary between yourself and the stars seems to blur. This isn't just stargazing, it's a spiritual encounter. Many travelers come here expecting a simple tour, but they leave with a sense of existential awe. You realize that everything you are, and everything you've ever known, is just a tiny speck in this vast, shimmering expanse. It's a perspective shift that lingers long after you've returned to the noisy, neon-lit world below. Now, let's talk about how you navigate this vast, unforgiving, yet breathtaking wilderness. The tours here are less about tourism and more about exploration. San Pedro de Atacama is the hub, a dusty, charming town that serves as the base for every adventure. It's a collection of adobe buildings and dirt streets that feels like a frontier outpost. You have options ranging from group bus tours that hit the main highlights to private, high-end expeditions that take you deep into the remote salt flats where no one else goes. The most popular tours, like the ones to the Piedras Rojas or the Tabanquish Lagoon, are organized with military precision. You start early, sometimes at 4 a.m., to beat the heat and catch the best light. It's exhausting, but the payoff is worth every lost hour of sleep. You'll find yourself standing by a turquoise lagoon, surrounded by snow-capped volcanoes, with nothing but the sound of Andean flamingos feeding in the distance. These tours are essential because the Atacama is not a place you want to explore solo unless you're an experienced guide. The navigation is tricky, the weather is volatile, and the altitude can catch you off guard. A good guide isn't just a driver, they're a storyteller. They know the folklore of the Lacanante people, the indigenous culture that has thrived in these harsh conditions for centuries. They explain how the ancient irrigation systems work, how the desert mosses survive, and why the salt flats are constantly shifting. It's a layer of depth that changes how you see the landscape. You aren't just looking at dirt, you're looking at a living, breathing history book. And then there are the hidden gems, the secret valleys and the abandoned mining towns that most tourists skip. These are the places where you find the true soul of the Atacama. It's in the quiet interaction with a local shepherd, or the discovery of a petroglyph etched into a cliff face 1,000 years ago. These moments are the ones that stick with you, the ones that make the long, bumpy rides across the desert floor feel like a small price to pay. Of course, all this wonder comes with a price tag. The Atacama isn't a cheap destination, especially if you're looking for the luxury experience. San Pedro has seen a surge in popularity, and with that, the costs have climbed. You can find budget-friendly hostels if you're a backpacker, but if you want the high-end, immersive lodges that offer all-inclusive tours and gourmet dining, you're looking at a significant investment. These lodges are architectural marvels, designed to blend into the desert landscape while providing every comfort you could imagine. You're paying for the exclusivity, the private access to remote areas, and the expert-led stargazing sessions. But is it worth it? That depends on what you value. If your goal is to disconnect from the chaos of modern life and reconnect with the raw, unfiltered power of nature, then the price is secondary. You're paying for a memory that will be etched into your mind forever. And remember, the costs aren't just in the hotel bills. You're also paying for the logistics of living in a place that has to import almost everything. Water, fuel, food, everything is trucked in from hundreds of miles away. Understanding this helps you appreciate why the prices are what they are. It's not just tourism, it's an operation of survival in one of the most hostile environments on the planet. But for the digital nomad looking for a unique base, or the traveler seeking a transformative journey, the Atacama offers a value that transcends currency. It's about the quality of the experience, the depth of the insight, and the rarity of the moments you get to witness. When you finally sit down at the end of the day, glass of Chilean wine in hand, watching the sunset turn the peaks of the Andes into glowing embers, you realize that the cost is just a detail. The real currency here is time, and you're spending it in one of the most remarkable places left on Earth. As the sun disappears, the night experience in the Atacama becomes the main event. It's not just about looking up, it's about the feeling of being completely submerged in the darkness. Many lodges offer specialized night tours where they take you away from the town lights, deep into the desert, where the darkness is so absolute it's almost thick. They provide high-powered telescopes and expert astronomers who guide you through the constellations, pointing out nebulae and star clusters that look like spilled salt on a black tablecloth. You're standing there, shivering in the cold, and then someone points a laser beam into the sky, tracing the path of a satellite or the trajectory of a shooting star. It's a moment of pure, unadulterated wonder. You start to realize that the Atacama is a place of extremes. It's a place of massive, burning heat and freezing, starlit nights. It's a place of deathly silence and vibrant, hidden life. It's a place that challenges your perception of what a desert can be. And just when you think you understand it, you realize there's another layer. There's talk of deep-sea fossils found in the high-altitude mountains, a mystery that suggests this entire region was once a vast, prehistoric ocean. Scientists are still debating the timeline, still finding new, conflicting evidence. If this desert was once an ocean, what other secrets are buried beneath the salt? What happens when the next major seismic shift reveals something that completely contradicts everything